already have hit it, so I am now recording myself saying I'm going to hit the record button, and that should alleviate anybody that wants to troll the questions box with, is there going to be a replay? Are you recording this? Of course there's going to be a replay, and of course I'm recording this. So if you're hearing this, hopefully you got a little chuckle out of that as a recording if you're hearing this. If you're live, you're probably still chuckling a little bit going, that nutball. All right, so the overview, again, very simple stuff here, right? Let me move the questions box out of the way. We've got the process that we're going through. There we go. We've got the simple process that's wash, rinse, repeat, right? The offer selection. If you're doing local clients, you already have your offer selected. There's keyword discovery, building the website out, which is super easy, ugly site, right? You've got the AdWords call-only ads. You're going to optimize for lower costs once you set everything up, and you're going to scale for more conversions. Pretty friggin' simple. You know what's great about this is that not only is it instantaneous, and not only does it help people like crazy, but each piece of this is super simple. Okay? Yeah, there's some finer points to it, but let's face it, to put a campaign together, like Liftar says it the best. I swear he is so well worded, like he's so well grounded with what he's feeling and how he says stuff. It's so great. I love reading his posts. He's like, this is the easiest stuff in the world. Like, I just mastered the editor, and yeah, so he had a couple hangups with it, but man, he hit support up, he got answers to his questions, and he totally crushed it with the editor. And now he's like an editor, Mac Daddy boss man, right? And he's so happy about it. He posts in the group because he understands like the value of not only how simple it is, but how much it's going to save him on time and what that means in the end goal for taking care of the clients, right? Like he's going to be able to take care of more clients, and I mean it's just really great. Anyway, can everybody still hear me? Lost me a bit. Oh, maybe I didn't scroll down on the chat. There we go. Everybody can hear me. Okay, good. Hey, what's up, Lawrence? Good to see you. I didn't know we had anybody from San Francisco on the call. Cool. Okay, so that's the overview. Very simple process, right? Some of it might look complicated once you get in there, but I can assure you that you're probably just overthinking. Reach out to support, and we will take care of you. So in the spirit of that, let's talk about how to reach out to support. Okay, and I'm covering this. Some of you guys saw this and gals saw this on the first coaching call, but so I'm going to cover this a little faster today, just so we can get to the good stuff, right? Because I know you guys want to see that live campaign optimization and all that, right? All right, so review requests. So if you have a review request, there's a very specific format for it, and it's the link is posted in the group, and you're expected to follow it. So here's the deal with that. If you follow it, it's going to make things much more efficient, and support gets taken care of faster. And when support gets taken care of faster, that leaves me free because I'm actually training support right now. So it's mostly me back there, right? So when support review request tickets are formatted properly, that affords me more time to go and make baller content for you guys and training updates, basically, right? Of which I have a monster. I mean, it's that big. You got to say it like that. It's so big you can't even say monster, right? It's got to be monster training update for you guys coming in the next, rolling out in the next 30 days. Outside of the training updates that are still pending, I have 14 of those. This is going to be, oh man, I can't even, I'm just going to hold on to it for a little while. It's that good. Okay, so what's up, David? Good to see you, bud. All right. So follow the format. There's a link to it in the knowledge base of the support desk area. If you search for it in the Facebook group, you will find it. If not, you can hit support up and they will send you a link to it, because again, it's going to help things move faster, which is good for you and for me. So if you have a regular AdWords question that's not a review request, that's cool. You just want to use AdWords as your subject line, okay, at the beginning. So I've noticed some people saying, question for William. Yeah, right now that shit works. But in the near future, that's probably not going to be the way to go, because somebody's going to come back to you and say, William doesn't take a support ticket like that anymore. What can I help you with, right? And that's only going to be when I have fully trained support staff that I've signed off on personally, okay? And if you want to know what I've signed them off on, you can actually take a look at that inside of the training. I've posted up the entire quiz and training course outline for the support, okay? So I've given like full disclosure, full transparency. We're all in this together, right? So I'll be here to help you guys with that. So if you're asking questions, here's something else. Not only the AdWords at the beginning of your subject line, but you want to provide as much information as possible. I say that because sometimes I'll get questions and I won't have any screenshots. Or sometimes I'll get questions that have screenshots and really it should have been a review request because I can't log into the account and see all the data that I need to see, right, in order to give you the best answer, right? So that's keep that in mind. You know, if you've got something that deals with an account, you're probably going to want to submit a review request, right? So what that does is it prevents a lot of the back and forth, okay? And when you prevent a lot of the back and forth, it saves a lot of time. You save a lot of time, you get a lot more cool shit going, right? Keeps the momentum going for you and for me. All right. So William and Chris's Facebook. This is actually very important. Our Facebook is not for support questions. I know Chris gets really peeved about that. I'm not too fond of it either. It's not really for offers. That includes our profiles and in Facebook chat, right? We still love you, but please, for the love of God and everything that is holy, use support@Qzx920 and we will take care of you. You will find me back there. I know I said that one day William will not answer tickets like that. William will still answer tickets. I'm not above answering support tickets. I'll get on the phone with people. I did it 3 times today already, plus this coaching call. I ain't scared, okay? I will make sure you are taken care of. And most of you on this call already know that. And actually, you know what? I tell you what, just to confirm that, because I do have chat logs, put a 1 in the box if you know that I have taken care of you and your issues that have come up, because I want to see who all I've helped. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Love you guys. I love you guys too, by the way. And gals. I see you, Paula. Paula's one of my big support ticket ladies. Oh, hey, if you're coming through Nashville, I did respond to that, by the way. I'll be in Nashville still. So take a look at your support ticket that I responded to. If you're going to be here next week, we'll go hang out. But it's got to be hookah lounge. I frequent hookah lounges, so just be aware. Like, even if you don't smoke, it's okay. Just they usually have good ventilation. Hold your breath or something, and we'll hang out. Oh, Greg, somebody ignored your question. Can you do me a favor and resubmit it and put AdWords in front of it, and it should come through. I'll keep an eye out for it. I'm usually in support, by the way, once or twice a day, once at the very least, and it's usually first thing in my morning. And I'm Central Time right now, East Coast of the United States. So that should help. So support@Qzx920.com. We'll make sure you're taken care of, my man. So go ahead and submit that, whatever that question was. And the AdWords and Qzx Facebook group. So here's something else. They're for ideas. We want to encourage growth and improvement, right? So they're for questions and input from your peers. So if you ask a question in there, please make sure you preface it with, hey, this question is for everybody in the group, just trying to get a sense for things or trying to get some ideas going. If you want something from support, obviously you're going to submit a support question to support@Qzx, right? It's also for resources, sharing tools, tips, and tricks, things like that. That's what the groups are for, right? Success stories, obviously you've seen a crap ton of those, right? We all love to see those. I love to see the ones like the Dart brothers where they come back and they're like, hey, here's what we did, but then they come back like a few days later and like, holy crap, look at all these calls we drove. I love seeing that stuff. That shows me you guys are really killing it. Support@Qzx920.com. That is where you want to send support questions. Pretty straightforward, right? All right, so here's what the groups are not for. They're not for asking support questions. Already said that. They're not for tagging me or Chris. Please, 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 please do not tag us in posts because that it's not going to guarantee a response. If you post something in the group, I do not and will not guarantee a response to that post because that's meant for the group to answer, and I also want to give the group a chance to answer questions that the group can't answer without me, which is really cool because you guys help each other a lot. I really love that about you guys and gals. I keep forgetting to say gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. You take care of each other, and that's important to me to encourage that growth, not just dependency on William or Chris, right? I want you to succeed in your own right. And the best way we can do that is as a group together, right? I'm very conscious of that. I'm very aware of that. And so I encourage that growth. So when I say no tagging William and Chris, it's not to be mean or to be a butthead about it. It's to encourage the right kind of growth and not dependency. So for support questions, again, support@qzx920.com. Pretty straightforward. What's coming? All right. Any questions, by the way, about those basic? We'll call it etiquette. I guess that's etiquette, isn't it? Let me drink some coffee while I wait on some feedback here. Housekeeping. Yeah, I got to do a little bit of housekeeping. I know. That's okay though. That's okay. You guys got a lot coming down the pipe here. Ha, Gareth, you're hilarious. So what I'm trying to say is, please don't tag me or Chris. And if you have a support question, submit it in the support group. Everything else that's success story based, tool based, resource based, question based for the group, please post away in the group. I know he's joking around though. All right, so everybody's good to go. You guys want to see what I got up my sleeve over here? I can tell. Nobody is talking. They're all waiting for me to continue here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Liftar says, don't forget, you can actually call AdWords support directly for technical questions when it comes to the AdWords platform or interface. Liftar says it took him a while to get that through his head. Sometimes, I'll tell you, Liftar, sometimes that's a crapshoot. It can be helpful. It can also be completely not helpful or mess you up worse. So I don't mind answering support questions, but you're right. For general stuff, actually, you know what's even better sometimes in support is that Google has an entire community support where you can post in there. No joke. And people that do know what the hell they're talking about will post answers in there. Because they get rated based on those answers and whatnot, and they're part of Google, okay, and they're monitoring that community and that AdWords support. So a quick Google search of AdWords support will turn up all kinds of just really awesome stuff about the nitty-gritty of AdWords platform, start to finish, which is great. It's great if you're learning the platform. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Good observation. All right, so I'm going to put the chat box away then for a bit and tell you guys about guys and gals, about what's coming up. So we have some training updates. Always got a few of those. We still have 4 case studies that are active as of today. We've got more training updates coming. There's actually 14 training updates in the queue. I've gotten pretty much everything prepared for them so that I can go ahead and start recording them. And then it's just a matter of editing, rendering, uploading to Vimeo, and then posting them in the group or in the training, and then letting you know about it when it's available in the group. It sounds like a lot, but actually it's probably 8 to 12 hours worth of work, and then it'll be up at that level with you guys having, with you people having access to it. I'll start saying people. What do you mean people? I mean you people. All right. So Ring Partner Affiliate Manager interview, that's done. That's uploaded. It's in the members area. If you haven't seen that, I believe I loaded that up in the the beginning, near the beginning of the process, probably right under the ring partner application. So 10 point, I'm going to say 10.1. It's probably module 10.1. I can confirm that if you need me to. The HD upgrade to all the videos, done. That was done like a few days after I told you guys that was coming. And we got that done about a week and a half ago, something like that. Kind of important too. I mean, I know some people might think that that's not as important, but I saw a couple of you say, hey, we need HD, and I said, yep, cool, you got it. No problem. And then November 17th. So this training I was telling you about that's rolling out to you in 30 days, it's actually some stuff that's starting on the 17th of this month, which is 3 days after the next coaching call. Now you know why on the 14th when we do our next coaching call, I'm going to be spilling the beans, letting you know what's coming. I'll give you a little bit of it today just so you know, kind of have an idea. But on the 14th, you're going to really know. 17th, that's when everything's going down. And then sometime around the first part of December, you're going to gain full access to this. And let me tell you something. This is beyond anything you could have ever hoped for Christmas as like a AdWords Callzoo present. Okay, this is my early Christmas present to you all. So it really is that good. I'm not kidding. You guys are going to love it. So to continue on the training updates, the pest control case study part 2 is done. That's uploaded. Working on part 3 now. Marlon's local client takeover case study part 1 is done. That is up and running. Amazing transformation. Marlon went from running call-only ads before the 30 days before we did a case study together. He had been running call-only ads for several months. He went from spending $24.21 a lead, and he was selling them for $30 a pop, so he was making a profit, no doubt. But he went from spending $24.21 a lead down to like $7.51 a lead, paying that much, or paying that little, I should say. So he literally flipped the script on how much he was spending to how much he was earning. Okay, and we based the call volume based on the call volume that we figured for this particular client in his vertical in the city he's in. We calculated it's going to be around a couple grand a month at least profit. And so this is going to be dialed into where we can just copy paste that to the other cities that he's wanting to branch into. I say wanting to branch into. Actually, Marlon, I'll tell you a little bit more about this later, but Marlon went and closed 5 clients Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He closed so many clients this week that he actually had to not work on Thursday, Friday on getting clients and just take care of the clients he got from Monday to Wednesday. And he implemented a fraction of what I've been working with Marlon, obviously one-on-one with the case study, but he implemented a fraction of what November 17th is all about. So that big surprise I was telling you about, I'm kind of giving you some of what that might be when I say Marlon landed 5 clients in 3 days with this. And it was just a piece of it, just a small piece. Okay? Not to get you too excited, but I do want to lay down the facts and the numbers, because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. 5 clients. Williams Local Client Blitz Part 1, still working on that. I'm hoping to get that going this week. Mostly the reason I have not started this is because of the big stuff that's rolling out on the 17th. I've got 3 other case studies that I'm putting focus on. I'm putting you guys before me, right? I am going to get that out there because I do know you'll benefit from it. I just want to make sure that you get the max benefit, the max efficiency out of what I can produce for you to help you succeed, right? To help you lock those clients down, to help you get optimized campaigns, right? Help you bring that money in. That's what I'm trying to do. So forgive me if I get a little bit of a late start on the local client blitz. I'm working on that. That is a workout, working on that. So surprise local client case study. Part 1 is up for that. It's no longer a surprise. The local client case study is Miss Jean, and she's doing roofing. Part 1 is up for that. For you AdWords members, It's in two places. It's in the regular training under like 10 point, I want to say 10.6, but I also put it in the case study section because it's going to be a full-blown case study. I just wanted to give part one away to non-AdWords members because it had a little bit of the AdWords editor in there. It was a bit of a live walkthrough on campaign setup and everything, so wanted to let people kind of dig into that. And then, of course, there's still 2 spots left for the Barcelona case study. Lottery, we have not picked those 2. Probably won't pick those 2 until after the business goes down on the 17th. So we're looking at probably post-Thanksgiving before I pick up a couple people and run with the new case studies, because we want to wrap up Marlon's case study. We want to wrap up that pest control case study. And, of course, we're going to be pulling clients in on that one as well. So lots of good stuff coming on the case studies. Now let's talk about well, actually, I already told you part 3 is in the works. You guys know that about pest control. Marlon's local client takeover part 1 is up. 5 clients in 3 days this week. Already told you that. Good deal. So some of this stuff I just couldn't wait for the slide. I just got too excited. Apologies. Part 2 is in the works on that one. Miss Jean's local client case study part 1 is up. And part 2, here's a good one. I forgot to mention this one, so here we go. Part 2 for Miss Jean's local client case study is live, by the way. And it will be this Monday, October 31st on Halloween. That's correct. There is no trick here. It's only treat. No trick, only treat. Part 2, Monday, October 31st, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I posted the link for that live case study part 2 in the Facebook, the AdWords Facebook group. In case you want to join us live, you are more than welcome to. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. That is the deal. All right. Oh, one more. Local client case study part 1. Yep, you already know that's in the works. All right. We're going to do questions, and then we're going to come back and do some live campaign optimization. So let's take a look at the questions box here. Thank you, Valerie, for pardoning my guys and gals. I try to be conscious of the female business element, because I'll tell you something, nothing is more awesome than a female business, a business-minded female, because they mean business. They get shit done, and I love it. Most men are probably, I would dare say, threatened or intimidated or afraid. I actually encourage it, because I think, oh man, that's going to be some hella growth coming from the female elements there, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Paula, you're close with your guess, by the way. Close on your guess. Pretty close. And no, if you bend my ear on when you come into town next week, I am still not going to tell you. I don't care how many drinks you force down me. I am not giving that away. Not till the 14th. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. Jesse, that is not it. And I am not going to play this game all day. Goodness, I could probably play this game all day. Yes, no, yes, no. Okay, so it's not too long to wait. It's not too long to wait. I'll tell you this. It's actually designed with one thing in mind. This is going to be dropped on you right around December, hopefully a little bit before December, like right at the end of November. The reason I planned it that way on as far as the dates go is because I didn't want to interfere with the U.S. holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday, or Christmas. And December historically is my best month in business, always. I mean, it never fails. December is the best month. And a lot of people bitch out on December because it's the holiday season. Nobody wants to do business. Are you kidding me? That is the time when everybody wants to do business. Everybody's in a great mood, a great humor. It's the holiday season after all. And it's December. It's the 12th month. When people start writing 12 for the date on checks, or I don't think people write checks very much anymore, but when people start seeing the month 12 in the calendar on their phone and whatnot, they're like, holy shit, I only have like 30 days left in this entire year. Where did my year go? What am I doing in my business? they start realizing the frustrations that they've had over the last 11 months, and that whatever they're doing, it just ain't working anymore. It's not. I need help, and it's the end of the year. It's the holiday season. I need some help, and so when you think about it, that is the absolute best time to implement what's coming your way, and it's a massive, massive deal. And I'm actually, I'll tell you this right now. I'm kicking off a blitz. I'm kicking off a blitz. I'm not going to tell you any more than that, but it's going to be all hands on deck. Get ready. Clear your freaking schedule. December is going to be big time. Big time. All right. All right. See, yeah, somebody said usually the worst in December. For me, it's the absolute best. And it must be just difference in perspective and how I come about it. But I'd be more than happy to sit down with anybody and talk to them more about that. If you guys need that, let me know. A couple of you are excited. That's awesome. That's great. Yep, end of the year write-offs. Yep. Yeah. Some of you say, oh, it's like everybody's off till January or whatever. Yeah. Some people do take off, a couple weeks or a month even. I mean, it happens, right? But let's face it, the people who you get on the phone who aren't off, I've done business, folks, on the day after Christmas. That is like one of the best days. I kid you not. I've done business on Christmas Eve during the day, not at night, obviously, because that's when Santa Tracker comes on and, everybody's out. They're down for the count on that one. But I can go and find you data on this too if you don't believe me. I mean, there's people do business on Christmas Day. I'm not going to be one of those people. But business is done on Christmas Day. And I mean, the day after Christmas is good enough for me. Shoot, are you kidding me? That's Boxing Day. That's one of the busiest days of the year. How many males do you see out and about in Boxing Day? Unless their wife drags them along, right? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Your man wants to stay at home in that turkey coma, right? Wants to stay at home and play with his new gadget or whatever. But then he gets bored. And what does he do when he gets bored? He goes to work, right? Or he may open his doors the day after Christmas because he needs the money. So the people that can't take off, the people that need the leads really badly, those are the people I want to talk to anyway. They're going to appreciate the hell out of my service way more than somebody who takes a month off at a time during Christmas. I'm not saying I wouldn't have a client that didn't take a month off for Christmas. I'm just saying during the month of December, it's some of the most advantageous time of the year for you to take advantage of, literally, to get clients. And that's a big deal. See some stuff coming in. Let's see. No lumps of coal in my stocking. I don't know, man. I might have a couple lumps this year. Lumps of coal. Let's see. Are we going to get to live campaign optimization? So yes, Iman, we're actually going to do that now. Just want to make sure I answered some questions for you guys and gals. So yeah, let's do that. So live campaign optimization. Let's do that. Let me put this question box away. And put that away too. Okay, there we go. Let me come out of this thing here and close out Join Me. All right, we're going to go to, oh yeah, so I want to go to campaigns. And this is the pest control campaign, by the way. I actually had two new keyword sets that I needed to start up. If you saw part 2, you'll understand why I came up with new keyword sets and why that was necessary. But I'm actually going to just go through and take it one piece at a time and show you some cool stuff here. So let's start with the keyword ideas and negative keywords, because that's a big stage in optimization. Put a 1 in the box, actually, if you have done anything with keyword ideas or any of the optimization stuff. Where's the questions box at? There we go. Oh, a bunch of you have done something with that. Okay, great. No, wait. I'm sorry. I take that back. That was the beginning of chat. A few of you. Okay. A couple of you on negative keywords. Okay, cool. For clients. Okay, good deal. Good deal. So for the rest of you, don't feel bad. You're probably like, oh, crap, what's he going to cover? I'm going to cover some really good stuff. Actually, I covered this a couple times today already, but it's totally worth covering again because this is one of the money screens, what I call the money screens. So when you're in your campaign, and for lack of a better name, I just called it New Campaign 1. Clearly, I did not care about naming it very well. That's probably what I'll name my firstborn, is new person number 1, you know. So that's a horrible AdWords joke. Sorry. Okay, so search terms. I will try and keep those jokes to a minimum. All right, search terms. So keyword search terms, and then I sort by conversions. Okay, and you can see here I just have all time up for the campaign, so you can see that the conversions are coming in for the certain keywords and what I'm going to do with these. So I'm going to actually ask questions and get some interactive feedback, because here's what's important. Watching me go through this is one thing, but watching me go through this and then me asking you questions on what I should do and you giving me feedback, and then we discuss that, teaches you how to read the data, and that's what I care about. I already know how to read the data. I don't want you guys being dependent on me for the answers all the time. I want you to depend on yourself, and so I'm going to give you some validation by giving me the right answers that you already know, and I'm just going to point them out to you, okay? All right, let's see. Somebody's asking, do those of you who bought this originally through Qzx920 get the additional bonuses offered during the 2 Rockstar webinar? If you're talking about the Rockstar bonuses, Joel, I don't think anybody else gets access to that except the Rockstar people. Sorry, non-Rockstar people. You're still rock stars in my book. Oh, not the Rockstar ones. The bonuses, yeah, absolutely. Those bonuses are a staple to this service. Absolutely. The call center. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Jill's office. Yeah. You get access to that. The software, you get access to that. Yeah. And the review requests and all that jazz. Yeah. You're in the right place, and your name is Joel. You are in the right place, and your name is Joel. Hopefully, I made you crack up a little bit there. All right, so let me put the questions box away. And so I sort by conversions, and I do that for a reason. Why? Because I do one keyword, one ad group, right? Why do I do, put in the chat box, why do you do one keyword per one ad group? What's the reasoning behind that? And I'm going to drink some coffee while easier to track, lower CPC, focused optimization, can identify the winners quickly. Damn straight, right? Pretty much all those things. I like that the best, though, so I can pick the winners out fast. I mean, I can literally at a glance look at this and say, okay, these are my winning keywords, the ones that have ones by the conversion. Those are my winning keywords. Oh, look here. Here's how much it costs me per conversion, right? And if I'm getting paid $10 a call, are these profitable? Looks like it to me. Just saying, right? Everybody kind of see where I'm heading at with that? Man, my Facebook is blowing up. What are you guys doing to me? Oh my goodness. I can't even. I'm trying to do a coaching call over here. I'm just teasing. Just teasing. Whoever it is, I'm sure they'll hopefully they're not in a house fire or something and need my help, because I'm taking care of you ladies and gentlemen right now. So hopefully their emergency can wait. Let's see. So conversions, that's where we're at. So if we look over here on the search term, here's what's interesting. Does everybody remember, or some of you remember anyway, put a 1 in the box if you remember, based on the case studies for pest control, that I can't use brand terms, brand names. I can't use brand names. Right. Okay, so you know that. But over here in search term, people are typing in brand names. I'm actually not doing anything bad because I'm not using Orkin. I'm not using Terminex. But I'm using something that people are typing in to find it. Does that make sense? You guys follow? It's sneaky. It's sneaky is what it is. Yeah, I picked them up organically, right? And it does depend on the affiliate terms, Philippe. Yeah, but in this case, what happened, believe it or not, the reason I had to run new sets of keywords, it wasn't listed in the terms on the ring partner offer for pest control. And then I got a call, actually I got an email, and I called back because they said it sounded like some people were asking for a specific brand, which was Terminex, and I'm like, and? Because I was running for those keywords. It didn't say not to, and he's like, yeah, I'm not sure why it's not on that sheet, but it should be, so can you please stop running those keywords? I'm like, yeah, absolutely I can do that. Holy crap, that sucks because I optimized for those keywords, right? And so I had to go back to the drawing board with those keywords. And as you can see, I found some sneaky ways and keywords through search terms to find, look at those costs per conversion. And I'm getting paid $10 a call. $10 a call. Yeah, that's not a bad day. And I haven't even optimized these keywords yet. Isn't that great? I haven't even, in other words, haven't even built out any pages for search terms here. Isn't that crazy cool? I love it. All right, so all of these keywords over here, or search terms over here that have a conversion, basically, it's almost down to the bottom of the page here, except for that one. Do I build pages for these or no? Put a one in the, put a yes in the box if I build a page. Put a no in the box if I don't. I want a yes or a no. No, one is not an acceptable answer. I know I almost said one, sorry. So yes if I make pages, no if I don't. And I really do want you to respond on this one because some of you are not getting this right, and I want to address that fully, right? So your participation is very much appreciated and important. Okay, for those of you who said yes, congratulations. You are a stud or studette. For those of you who said no, you're still awesome, and I want to ask you why you said no. So those of you who said no, tell me why you say no, not yet. Some of you say not yet. I want to know why. Those of you who said yes, though, you're good to go. Run to get more data first. I would think more than one conversion to build a page. Wouldn't you want to get more data first before creating a custom? Because I said that I was not optimized campaign yet. Right. So we're looking at, okay, so here's the deal. We're looking at the beginning of the optimization stage here. This is optimizing, for those of you who are wondering about that. Here's the interesting part of the data. Look at this click-through rate over here. Are you seeing these click-through rates? Are you seeing that? That means, look at, I've got, how many? I've got 100, the 200, I'm not sure what the hell happened, but look at all these 100%. Holy shit. Now, yeah, it's not a ton of data, but they're very high click-through rates. And I'll tell you right now, the reason the impressions are low is because these keywords aren't getting much traffic. Because I can tell you my bids were high. Right? I know my bid was much higher than $2, and I only paid $2 a click. You understand? You see what you see, or not even, yeah, $2 a click, right? So the reason and benefit of building pages, Leonard, is when I build a page out, I can actually decrease my costs because Google sees a page that relates more to that keyword, okay? Kevin Butler, 100% click-through rate on one click is not real data. You are absolutely right, but it is a conversion, and it's where the money's at. Is it worth 5 minutes of my time to go through and build 19 pages with literally a duplicate page and change out keywords? Absolutely, because every conversion counts here, right? Every conversion counts here. And when you look at these prices, this is how you optimize. Okay. Remember, these are not static numbers either. Google changes the cost, lowers the costs based on quality score. And your quality score comes from a number of different things, one of which is being a page that has good on-site, on-page SEO for the keyword you're targeting, which is why we go and make the page. Does everybody follow? Stephen, we'll get to that question in a bit. Right, Brian made a very important observation. Look how low my average position and rank is. You know why that is? Is because I'm not optimized for them yet, and I'm also not bidding very high. So this is what we call low-hanging fruit. This is the low-hanging fruit because I'm not even optimized yet. I'm starting to optimize, and this is what is on the ground. This is gold on the street right here. That's why I go and build pages for it, because I know as I increase my budget, my daily budget, I'm going to get more search impressions or more share of the search impressions. And even if I convert at a fraction of what I'm doing now, yeah, it's not real data, but it's good money. You follow? Hopefully everybody follows that. Okay, good deal. And on the second point of optimization, when I come back, I can compare cost per conversion. So if my cost per conversion goes up on one of these, I'm going to know about it. I'm going to be able to do something about it. Could I explain how I optimize? What do I look for? Yeah, what I look for is what people are typing into Google. Here's something actually kind of funny. May not be in this campaign. I think it's in the other one. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it here. It was crazy. Oh, here it is. I have no, and it didn't create a conversion, but Black Ant King, can you tell me the effects it has on you sexually? And I'm too afraid to even Google this and see what comes up. Like I don't even want to know. It's just TMI, right? Too much information there. But Black Ant King does not exactly sound like a pest control problem, right? It sounds not so good, right? I see a lot of you laughing. I know, right? It just does not sound good. So I'm going to stay away from that. And by the way, it's also going to be a negative keyword a couple negative keywords that I can add in there. Whoever thought that sexually and sex might be negative keywords that I would have to plug into a campaign. Hilarious on one end, and not so funny on the other because I spent money on it, right? All right, so how I let's see. How do I let's see? Do I change URL in the same ad? Peter, yes, I change the URL in the same ad unless I'm building a new ad to split test with. And the new URL that I use is a subdomain. The new URL I use is a subdomain. Wow, the questions are just pouring in. So give me a second to catch up here. Can I explain how I optimize what I look for? That's what I was in the middle of answering. So I look for what people are typing in, and then I also look to make sure that a conversion happens. So all of this is costs, right? These are clicks that I paid for and didn't get a conversion on. So money down the drain. I had to do it to get the data, right? But when I come up here, I'm like, oh, look, here's some conversions. This is what I want to start optimizing on, okay? This stuff up here that's got conversions. That's what I want to start building the positive stuff for. The negative keywords, obviously, I showed you a good example of that, so that we covered that. No question there on that. So if it converts, you should build a landing page. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do that every 3 to 5 days if you're running a campaign actively, and stay on top of it. And you'll be doing very well. Let me explain something, folks. This is the difference. Marlon's campaign for his vertical, he had been running it for 5 months. okay, before I came along and we did the case study together. In 2 weeks of that case study, let me explain this. By doing what I'm showing you, okay, I know you might not understand it. That's okay. Do it anyway and learn it because it works. All right. If you have questions, I'll do what I can to help you understand it better. Just try and understand it's not static numbers. You can't look at it like an accountant because Google is the variable. They determine what you're going to pay per click, basically, at the end of the day. And they base that off of quality score, and that quality score, again, is based off a number of different things, of which is covered in the training. So if you're wondering about that, you can go back and watch those training videos on optimization and whatnot, 10.6. But yeah, it's one of those things where I understand you might not fully get it, but when you do it, you're going to see the magic happen, and you're going to be like, okay, I get it. Because we did that for Marlon's campaign in the first 2 weeks, and we literally took what he was spending and turned that into what he was making within 2 weeks. That's what I want you to understand. And yeah, it was a local client in a local area, but the principles are the same. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a nationwide campaign, a regional campaign, or a local campaign, a local-based campaign. Okay? It's all the same. So what I'm emphasizing here is that by building the pages based on keywords, it will lower your cost per click cost. Yes, that is correct. If you build them correctly. There are so many terms going to one ad group. What keyword do you use for optimization for this ad group? Peter, I use one keyword, one ad group. One keyword, one ad group. They typed in this keyword, this search term over to the left, and it was brought up by the keyword over on the right. You follow? Oh my goodness, questions are pouring in. This is crazy. Hopefully you guys are getting value out of this and nobody's bored, because I feel like we can't move on. I want to move on, but I want to make sure your questions are answered too. So let me get back to this. Are you using the exact keyword as a subdomain for optimizing? Valerie, I'll cover that when I do the actual subdomain for you. I'm going to walk you through that. Why those terms like Orkin show up for your ad group name, Pest Control Com? Because Pest Control Com drove those search terms based on the fact of the keyword of Pest Control Com. PestControl.com is a site, right? Go look and see what's on the site. You'll answer your own question, right? Let's see. Only $14.95. What a deal. Oh, is that what they are? They're enhancement pills. Black King enhancement pills. Awesome. Oh, and you're messing with me. So hopefully, yeah, I'm totally not going there. I still am not going there. I knew it was not going to be good when I saw the word sexually, right? Let's see. What about keyword Orkin with 89 impressions, 2 clicks, 2% conversion? Let me see. Where's that at? What, at the very bottom? It doesn't have a conversion. It just shows a 2% click-through rate. No conversion. So I wouldn't optimize for that. It doesn't have a conversion. I wouldn't go and delete that keyword either just yet, or add it to the negative keywords, because I don't know if it's going to be a negative or a positive yet, because I don't know what somebody's typing in yet. Well, I know what somebody's typing in. I just don't know if there's enough data here yet, right? Somebody pointed that out. But anytime I see a conversion pop, that means there's money there. How much? I don't know. I'm just covering my bases. I come in here and I cover all my bases every time I get a conversion. And after running a campaign long enough, that's how you optimize. That is optimization. Okay. Still build a landing page? No, I don't build landing pages for anything less than a conversion. If it does not show as a conversion, it does not get a page. It's not worth my time. Not worth my time. Good questions. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna take We're going to get a keyword here, and we're going to make a page. Oh, look here. This is a great one. Remember how I told everybody, people talking to their phone? Here's somebody actually saying the phrase, "Okay, Google." There are Google advertisements where people are talking into their phones starting with, "Okay, Google." Did you guys know that yet? That's a real thing. I look on my Android phone and the search bar for Google on my phone says, just say, "Okay, Google." And I'm not actually going to say that into my phone because it's really dumb to say that, in my opinion. But that's just because I'm super cool like that, right? I don't need to, I don't need to say, "Okay, Google." Google's going to do just fine without me saying that. But that ought to give you an idea of how literal people are taking this. Okay. Wow is right. Wow is right on that one. Okay, so let's take. Actually, I've already got a Terminex page. I could just show you guys how to do that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna log into my whatchamacallit, cPanel. You're waiting on me to get. I'm waiting on you to give me the answer, and I can't even hear you. That's okay. So I'm gonna log into my cPanel, and I'm gonna show you if this thing will load. There we go. And I'm going to show you how to make a subdomain and what it should look like. How's that sound? So this is my cPanel. Coming down here, going to subdomains. Nice and easy. All right. So you can see I've made subdomains already for keywords, and I'm going to go and make some more with the keywords that I just showed you. The 19 conversions, I'm going to go make pages for that. I got to do that for the case study so you guys can see me actually optimize. But here's the deal. You can see here the keyword would be what? So for this domain that I just highlighted, it's bedbughotlines.directhomeservice.com. What's the keyword? Type in the keyword from this subdomain. I want you to type that into the chat box and tell me what that keyword is. A couple of you are getting it right. Let me say this. If you put in bedbug, you're incorrect. If you put in bedbug hotline, you are correct. You're moving on to the final round. So yeah, bedbug hotline. Everybody see why? Because I'm hot. That's right, Liftar. Heck yeah. Stud. Yup. All right. I love you guys. You're starting to talk like me and everything. It's great. I'm going to have like a bunch of me's running around in Thailand. I can't even imagine what that's going to be like. It's going to be fun. I know that. All right. So, I wouldn't say mini-me. Some of you are probably bigger than me, right? I'm 6 foot tall, but some of you are going to be bigger than me. Yeah, subdomain is better than a subdirectory because Google is going to show the subdomain first in the URL. Okay, that's the deal. So bedbug hotline would show up first, and if my domain got cut off, it would only be the service.com part that would start getting cut off, not my keyword, which Google sees that keyword as part of the domain. And we all know how Google feels about keywords inside of domains, don't we? How do they feel about that? Did they get the warm and fuzzies, or do they like file a restraining order? They likey. Yes, they do. I love it. That's exactly right. They love it. They love it. Okay, so that's why we put it in the subdomain so it shows up first, so that way in the display URL, the vanity part, not the verification, which, by the way, because I set up the redirection, so look here, you create the subdomain here. So for bedbug hotline, it's bed.bug, because that's 2 words, dot hotline, that's 3 words. Okay? That's how you enter in the subdomain. Make sure your domain is selected, no root, and hit create. Okay? Now, once you create it in your cPanel, you have an option over here that's called Manage Redirection. And what I do, if you look, you can see bedbug hotline right here, right? And then look where it redirects to, the domain.com / the page that is bedbug hotline. So I made a page, bedbug hotline, came over to subdomains, and created a subdomain here for bedbug hotline, and then forwarded it to that page. That way I can use this subdomain for both the vanity and the verification URL. Why bed.bug.hotline? Because I want to space it out so that when people read it, it's also legible and not all smushed together and looking like a bag of smashed assholes. It's hard to read that way. When I put dots in front of it, Google doesn't care about that. You guys like the bag of smashed assholes? Yeah, I do too. It's a good one. Okay, so I'm glad I can be real with you. I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you for letting me be me and helping you in the process. I appreciate that. Thank you all for that. So yeah, bed.bug.hotline. That's what you want to do. I don't know. I just use dots. I like dots. When I do my phone number and my email signature, I don't use dashes. I use dots. Yeah, I'm weird like that. That's how I roll. I'm not saying you can't use dashes. Of course you can use dashes. I like dots better too because it's down at the bottom and it still provides that space, whereas a dash makes it look like it might be a hyphenate. Oh shit, I have to try and figure out what this word is, right? Dots are pretty easy to put them side by side. Put it with dashes and put it with dots, and you tell me what's easier to read, right? Dashes look spammy. I think you mean spammy, but I would agree. I would totally agree with you on that. Subdomains only. Yes. And remember, I'm not building 5,000 pages for 5,000 keywords either, right? We start out with 5,000 to 20,000 keywords, right? But we go and see what converts in our search terms, which we just came from, and we come in here and we make pages for the ones that convert over time. Are we going to have more conversions for new keywords? Absolutely. Guess what? I'm going to make pages for those bitches too, right? I'm not going to just stop. That'd be crazy, right? That'd be silly of me to do that. I'm going to come in here and make pages for all of them. Can I reiterate why subdomains and redirects and not just the one? So, okay, look at this. Number one, if you look at the redirect, this is the actual page that bedbug hotline subdomain points to. So if I actually type this into Google or put this into verification URL or display, this is where it would go, which is the page that I would want to direct Google to anyway. The difference is bedbug hotline is on the end, which if you know anything about Google SEO, having the name bedbug hotline in the domain, the root domain, which that's what this is, even though it's a subdomain, it's still considered root domain because it's keyword.com, get it? Is more powerful than .com / keyword, get it? This is more powerful than this in terms of what Google gives higher rank on quality score. That's number one, why we do it. Number two, we do it because it's an opportunity for us to get the keyword in to the ad copy, which again, Google is going to show us favor. And again, people are going to be able to read this, and some people do read the domains. Do you think someone's more inclined after they type in bedbug hotline and get this URL showing up in the ad that they're more inclined to actually click the ad, especially when there's a call now ad copy? Yeah. Now you know why my shit works, right? Ah, you got it. I love it. I love when you guys have aha moments. It makes my day. It really does. So that's the difference. There's a couple of reasons why we do that. Obviously, it's going to rank better with Google for the quality score. We're going to use it in the ad copy. It's going to help rank there. And we're going to do that for almost like a way, it's a way to, remember why we do dynamic keyword insertion? Think about being able to do that with a URL and not having to do dynamic keyword insertion ads, because the keyword is in the URL now. I'm not saying don't, because it actually would be more powerful if you did, and something you want to split test in your ad copy, dynamic keyword versus a normal generic ad that produces high click-through rates, right? So you do want it to. Someone's saying, no wonder their quality scores suck. That's okay. Listen, there's times where I have 5s and 3s, and some of them don't ever come back, and that's okay because they weren't meant to be, right? It's like when you're dating, right? There's just some girls and some guys that just don't work out. They wasn't meant to be. Let them go. They were a quality score 3 anyway, right? And then you got some that start out as a 6, and over time they grow to 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what we want. By the way, when we implemented this same strategy I'm showing you here, okay, same stuff that's in the training too, by the way, just covering it live and answering questions as I go. The same stuff we're implementing here is what we did for Marlon, and he's got 8s, 9s, and 10s in quality score for a lot of his keywords, and he's paying like 3 times less what he was paying before I came along. That's how significant of a change these little changes make. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Why is there no content on the root domain, directhomeservice.com? Because I'm lazy. I didn't want to, well, I'm not lazy. I had other and more important shit to do, basically, like get you guys good content. I don't need anything on the .com. Google only cares about the page that I make. So they only care about the / bedbug hotline. They only want to see what's on that page. So if you want to see what the pages should look like, you've got several examples here that you can, this is recorded, so you'll have a replay. You can go back and type each one of these in, take a look. They're pretty much exactly the same except for the keywords. Yeah, that proves that Google indexes pages and not sites. Absolutely. I mean, think about it. Of course they do. But we're also giving them in the verification URL, we're also giving them the direct address to go and take a look at this page. And they look at the on-page SEO. That's basically what we're doing. So the reason you don't have to have a ranking site anymore for your call-only ads to do well is because we can manufacture the on-page SEO using things like Yoast, like we do in the training, right? And this subdomain trick here that I'm showing you, nifty little tricks like that make a big difference. All right. Oh, you're more than welcome. Glad to help. Glad to help. Making sure you guys got all this. It's good stuff. All right. Does anybody actually, I mean, aside from the optimization and stuff, I really just wanted to drive a few points home on that and hit up a couple other things that were being brought up. Actually, there were some training updates. I'm going to put these in the training updates, obviously, but some people were asking, for example, about low search volume. Low search volume. Put a 1 in the box if you had a low search volume question or problem. I've got a training video coming up for that, and I'm going to put that in the training for you. But a few of you, yeah, I kind of figured. My bad. I left that out. My bad. So here's the deal. I'll go ahead and tell you on this recording, and then it'll be here, and it will be in the training updates just as soon as I get it recorded. Okay. So for low search volume, what we want to do is we want to go into the campaign here. I'll show you where I'm going to find it. So I'm going to walk you through just like I would. So here we are at the campaign, and we're going to add groups. All right, so this is where you would be if you came into the campaign, right? So the first thing we do is we go back to the keywords. That's where we just were, right? And if you notice, there's a status here. Now mine say campaign paused. I can actually, let me take you over to Let me take you over to Miss Jean's campaign. That's going to have some stuffs in it, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Got to load this up. Load, load, load. All right. We're going to go, where's the campaign at? Show me the campaign. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, and then we're going to go to keywords. And if you notice, there's a status here. And you can sort by status. And we want to sort by eligible first, because the next category that's in order after eligible, and eligible obviously means good to go, right? Your ads are going to show. If you mouse over that, Google will tell you that. The reason this isn't showing is because of a creative, not a big deal. If I scroll down, you won't see any low search volumes. That's because I deleted those bitches, right? So in between eligible and below first page bid, if you had any low search volume, if you sorted by this way, this is where your low search volumes would show up. And all you got to do is select them like so. And if you were going to delete it, you just delete it like that. Okay? You want to get rid of low search volume. So here's why you want to get rid of low search volume. So Google has this thing where they rank your performance and reward you or penalize you, I should say, on the flip side, based on how you do. And what do I mean by how you do? Well, I mean how you do on, let me scroll up to the top here and show you what I'm talking about. They base it off of how you do inside of a keyword for a particular keyword. They base it on how you do with your ad copy on that level. They base it on an ad group level. They base it on a campaign level. And they base it on an entire account level, how the entire freaking account is doing. And so here's the deal. The better your campaigns are as you optimize, of course, and the more of those you get going, the better your overall account health is going to be. And I say account health, meaning you're going to carry more weight with Google. They're going to be more inclined to give you, to just be a pushover and say, yep, this person knows what they're doing. They have quality ads. Think of the SEO side. It's very similar. Oh, he's ranking in 6 or 7 cities, just like Chris says, right? He's ranking in 6 or 7 cities. This person knows what he's doing, or she knows what she's doing. Let's go ahead and just give her the trust, right? Give her the Google seal of approval to get ranked a lot faster. And in this case, for the ads, it's instead of ranking, it's quality score. Let's just go ahead and accelerate their quality score because we know her ads are going to be awesome, right? We know she's got a shit ton of winning campaigns, right? Like that's how they think. That's how their algorithms think and process. I promise you. So when you build out successful campaigns and you go and you take your keyword ideas and you put them into a new campaign. So all the keyword ideas that I had, I'm not going to put them in the same campaigns, number 1 and number 2, right? I'm going to put them in number 3. Why? Why would I do that? Well, because I'm only loading up campaign number 3 with all the winners, all the keywords that processed conversions, that produce conversions. Okay. Now, when I do that, that makes like this. I wouldn't call it a super campaign, but it makes it a super high performance campaign. Which it makes sense. You put a bunch of winners inside of a campaign, it's not going to be a losing campaign. It's going to be freaking awesome, right? And you do that enough times, and Google goes, man, this guy is shit hot, right? He's high speed and low drag. Let's give him the old bump, right? That's basically how that works. When and how and where, I don't have an exact answer on that. I don't believe anybody does. It's algorithm based anyway. So the point is, do well with your optimization and Google will reward you with it more so over time up to the account level, not just campaign level or ad group level or even keyword level. Like if you think it's great getting cheap keywords here and there and and higher conversion rates and all that for one campaign. Can you imagine every time you open up a new campaign, the sun is shining on you every day? It's like you don't have a bad hair day. I mean, that's pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully that explains why we do that with the low search volume, because with low search volume in the campaign, is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's right, that's a bad thing. We don't want anything in there that says to Google, hey, there's a lot of low search volume terms in there, because Google actually penalizes you for that. Okay, it's going to make you, but they penalize you by making you pay more. So all you're doing is flushing money down the drain. So if you don't want to flush any money down the drain, take your low search volume keywords out of your campaigns. All right, so we got a few questions. Looks like a few comments coming in. Let me catch up here. What do we got? On the example I gave, I had converting keywords. They might have been low search volume, but still converted. No. Low search volume doesn't show ads, Stephen. If it's low search volume, it's dog shit. Get it out of your campaign. Google's not going to show ads for low search volume. If it has a status, excuse me, let me go back to keywords. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Okay. If it has a status of low search volume, it's not going to show ads, period. Google will not show ads to it. So there is no way to fuck that up. No way. Just delete it. Get rid of it. Rick, do I pause or delete keywords with 0 impressions? I don't right away. I wait until I've got 2 or 3 weeks of data in. If I still have 0 impressions, yeah, those keywords are going to go bye-bye. And guess what that does to my campaign? The overall stats of my campaign look even better. And so Google takes notice of that and starts rewarding me on higher quality scores on the campaign level. Right, so you can see where it adds up. You fix your pages, you optimize those, you optimize your ad copy, you get higher click-through rates, you up your bids, you up your budget, and so you're showing Google, hey, like you're optimizing, but you're going to spend more too. So they start giving you higher quality score, which lowers your cost, and when your cost gets lower, you can run more volume, as much as they have anyway, and pay less for it. Right? I'm getting conversions, but out of my customers' area. I've put their areas and cities and hours, but still getting calls from other areas. How can I stop that? Eric, there's ways to put in excluded locations. So you should be able to just type in a location and click exclude instead of add, if that makes sense. It's nice and easy. If you need to see how to do that, if you go to settings, and then under locations, you can do it here, you can click edit here, or you can go under locations. That's where I like to go. And actually, I'll go back to the settings. I'll just show you there because it's going to have the map. So edit, and then if you click on advanced search, instead of typing them in one by one, you can actually go to bulk locations. You can copy paste a bunch of areas. Let's say, for example, I didn't want Alaska. So I could type in Alaska and I could hit search, and let me move this questions box out of the way. That is so annoying sometimes. You can see the remove button. There should be a way to see here, exclude all matched locations. So if it had matched the location, which it did, all match results 1, I could actually choose to exclude it. You see how that works? I can exclude by county, by zip code, by city, by state, by country. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Let me not do that though. let me cancel that out. And cancel. Okay, good deal. All right, let me come back to Qzx because we're on questions and answers. Bum bum bum. Where's that? All right, let's see here. When I delete the low search keywords, this still leaves the ad group with that keyword. How do you delete both at once? You don't. What I do is I actually go into the AdWords editor, Livtar, and I get recent changes after I delete the keywords that are low search volume. And the AdWords editor has this really awesome thing where if you get recent changes and your ad groups don't have any keywords in them anymore, it throws a warning, a little yellow caution icon. You know what I'm talking about if you deal with the editor at all, which you should. For those of you who are lost a little bit, AdWords Editor is awesome. But for the yellow indicator, the caution, what you'll see if you look at the error message that's coming up on the editor, it says you have such and such ad groups that don't have a keyword in them. Well, guess what? If those were the ad groups that used to have keywords in them but don't anymore, those were the low search volume ad groups, weren't they? Select them, delete them out in the AdWords editor, post your changes, baby. That simple. That's how I do it. Nice and easy. Google AdWords optimization. Not sure where you were going with that, but it sounds good. GAO, Google AdWords optimization, GAL, I guess GAL. Do I pause campaign 1 and 2 when I create campaign 3? Absolutely not. I want to run more data to campaign 1 and campaign 2. I just want campaign 3 to be full of winners and get as much call volume out of those winners as I can, right? Because some of those are going to be really good keywords, guaranteed. What do I do with the keywords that are below first page? Do I increase the bids? So Valerie, over time, I'm not worried about below first page bids because I'll still get traffic from some of those and hell, even conversions sometimes. What I'm concerned about is finding the low-hanging fruit first, and so I'll increase my bids over time. Once I have enough data coming in, then I can optimize based on that even with below first page bid, because I'll have enough optimization going that I'll be able to increase my bids and not worry about blowing through my budget for the day, if that makes sense, because I know I'm going to get more conversions because I optimized. So over time, that becomes a non-issue. Hopefully that makes sense. When you put keyword in super campaign, oh my goodness, somebody found my phone number. You guys, you bunch of trolls, you. And now it's going to show up on my cell phone. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Where was I at? When I put the keyword in super campaign, do I remove it from the one it started in? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So for the what they're saying is when a keyword converts for me, like let's say it's broad match or broad match modifier, right? And that keyword converts for me. When I load it into campaign number 3, I'm actually gonna do a phrase match and an exact match for that keyword idea, right? And the reason I do that is because it's gonna cost me less. Phrase match and exact match. Why would I do that? Because that phrase or exact match is what made me the conversion, made me the money, right? And I don't want all the other junk that comes with it. I don't need broad match modifier. I know what keyword, but I still, it's your choice if you want to pause it in the regular campaign or not. If you feel like there might be more out there, because some people type in different things to still so one broad match modifier keyword might drive a couple of different searches with those keywords in the broad match modifier keyword. Does that make sense? Like someone might, if my keyword was pest control and I had it broad match modified, right, with the pluses, or pest control service, let's say, and the first keyword idea I got from that was best pest control service, and I got a conversion from that. I would take that keyword, I would make it phrase and exact, and I would put it in campaign number 3. But I'd probably leave it on. It's totally up to you. You can turn it off, but I'd probably leave it on, and here's why. Because what if somebody comes along and types in greatest? I mean, probably not, but just as an example, greatest pest control service. Would that still show an ad? Yeah, you're damn right it would. because it's a broad match modified, and all three of those words are in the keyword with the plus, right? So that's another keyword that I might have missed that I could have gone phrase and exact on and paid far less for it, by the way, because it's phrase and exact, remember? And I've optimized a page for it. You see where this is all going? So it's up to you if you want to pause it. Obviously, that click to get to find that greatest keyword, it's going to cost more to find it. But see, that's kind of the point. You pay for the data, and then you build out keywords based on the data. You can still keep running the data while you pull in the good search terms. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I'm still kind of scrolling in the questions, so if that makes sense, just put a yes in there, and then I'll know that you're good. All right, let's see. Does that carry up to account manager account? So if you have various accounts per client, or should they all be in the same account? It should carry over to the manager account. Google's not going to confirm or deny that for me. It's just something I've seen across an account level. So it's safe to say if you do this for every account you have, then you'll be good. Whether or not the weight is carried from one good account to another under the management, I don't know, right? I'm not going to speculate on that either. Just do a good job everywhere you go and you won't have to worry about it. How long do you wait on low volume clicks before you remove? I know you said immediate, but that might not give enough time. No, Nathan, when it says low search volume, there are no clicks because Google is not going to. It's basically Google saying, hey, your keyword is so shitty, it's not got enough impressions for us to even waste our time. That's what low search volume means. And when Google says, hey, this keyword is so shitty, do you think they're going to show you any favor by you keeping it around? Because I can guarantee you it's not going to get any impressions and clicks. Low search volume keywords do not get anything. It's not me saying they don't as a generalization. I'm telling you as a fact, they just don't serve ads. If you mouse over a low search volume, I wish I had one to show you, but the problem is I delete all mine, right? Like I should. If you mouse over a low search volume, it will say, Google is not showing your ads because there is not enough here, right? They're basically telling you, please delete this. They should tell you to delete it, but obviously they want you to pay more for ads anyway. So that's why we don't care about that. But my toilet doesn't accept money. Flushing money down the drain. I forgot I said that. Oh man, you guys keep me on my toes. Never mind, I was looking at the screen, so there will be a label that says low search volume under status. Looks like under ad groups. Yep. Actually, it's under keywords. You want to be under keywords when you do that. So the keywords tab, sort by status till you see eligible at the top, and then scroll down until you see low search volume. If you see eligible go straight into below first page bid, you're good. You don't have any low search volume. You're good to go. All right, keep low impression keyword for 3 weeks until we get more data. What's the reasoning again? Philippe, the reasoning is we want more data so that we can find more converting keywords, right? We want to find the low-hanging fruit. Listen, if you want to go and spend $2 or $3 grand instead of $1,000, by all means, you'll get the data faster too, right? You can do that over a week and a half if you want to. I just choose to take my time with it because I can, because I want to make sure I do it right and do it not necessarily on a budget, but do it, I call it do it smartly, right? It's efficient, it gets the job done, and it doesn't cost me an ass load of money, right? It costs me a little bit of money, sure, but not an ass load, because an ass load's a lot, in case you didn't know what ass load meant. Good, makes sense, perfect. Okay, good. So you guys are all caught up on that. Appreciate you, Nathan. You and Chris, you're killing it. Love you guys. Campaign has been running 1 week now and only 2 clicks with 1 being a call. Is this typical? Seems kind of low. Didn't know. Next thing to alter. Okay, so 2 clicks, 1 call. This is a good question for everybody. Type in the chat box. This is going to be a little bit advanced too, so this is going to be really good. I'll cover this with you. What's the phone through rate? 2 clicks and 1 call. What is the phone through rate? No, we're not talking 2 girls, 1 cup. We're not going there either. Why do you guys always got to turn to the sexual stuff? Perverts. You bunch of pervs. Okay. 50%. You guys got it. 50%. All right. So that is called the phone through rate, or the PTR, right? The phone through rate. So is that decent? Yeah, it's a 50%. Is that enough data to really average out to a 50% phone through rate? Not really, obviously. And so if it's only been running a week and you only got a couple of clicks, what I would do is go and raise your max CPC because we always manage our bids on the ad group level, right? We never do that on the keyword level, so we don't get confused. I would go and raise your bids. If you're at $2, try $2.50, and then give it a couple of days. Don't wait a week. Give it a couple of days. You got more impressions and clicks and calls? Good. Run that for a couple more days and see what happens. No impressions, no clicks, no calls, or very little. Maybe you went from 2 to 4. Okay, bump it to $3. Bump it to $3.50, $4, $4.50 until you get something, right? You always start low and go and increase so that you can find where that low-hanging fruit threshold is. That's what I call it. Like, it's a threshold. Where is that low-hanging fruit going to start dropping? And where can you just literally it falls into your hand, right? That's the deal. Oh my gosh, you guys are a hoot. You're funny. All of you. Oh man. Okay. Things I've seen but can't repeat. Basically. All right. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'll let some more questions come in. Good questions so far too. Hey, put a 1 in the box if you got some value out of today. And if you got a lot of value, put like a bunch of 1s. Nice. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I work hard to make sure you guys have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have your cake and eat it too. Oh, here's a good question. What did you say to do with keywords with rarely shown due to low quality score? The rarely shown due to low quality score, Brian, that's low search volume keywords, and we're talking about deleting them immediately. You don't even want to run your campaign with them. If you've already been running with them, go ahead and delete them out, and Google will average out over time. Your campaign will average out over time anyway. But the next campaign you load up with keywords, or the next set of keywords you load up, make sure low search volume is deleted out. All right. Do you run your keywords at the start of this campaign as broad match or broad match modified, or both? Both. Anything that, and the rule is posted in the members training area. This one is already posted. Broad match is 4 words or more, and broad match modified is 3 words or less in the keyword, right? 3 words or less in the keyword, broad match modified. 4 words or more in the keyword, broad match. You guys are cracking me up. I can say that one. Someone said, I'm not going to tell who, but someone said, I sling some real ninja shit. I can't make this up. I'll show you guys screenshots of the chat if you guys don't believe me. This is funny. Cracking me up over here. Is there a shortcut for to build ad groups for each keyword when you have 1,000 keywords? Johnny, there absolutely is. There's this wonderful thing that Liftar posted about in the AdWords group. It's called the AdWords Editor. It will save you, like I said at the beginning of the call, you might have missed it. It will save you literally thousands of man hours punching away at the keyboard. So you can do 1,000 keywords in probably, I don't know, what do you think, Liftar? Maybe 5 to 7 minutes once you get through the learning curve of the editor, which doesn't take long either. Cubs or Indians tonight? Brian, I don't watch baseball. I'm a football man. I'm a college football man, and I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. That should be all I really need to say about who I root for. I only watch one sport, and I only watch one team in that one sport, and that's Alabama football, right? Roll Tide. Liftar's like, easy, to talking about the AdWords editor. It is easy. It's so easy, it's silly. It's so easy we can have fun. It takes like 5 minutes to load thousands of keywords. What are you going to do with all that man hours you save? I feel like we should make like a Geico commercial for it. You could save up to 95% of your time or more by switching to AdWords Editor. Good luck beating Michigan. Michigan, come on, Tom. You know better. Michigan ain't shit. Wolverines, whatever. Man, that I'll tell you something. How I feel about college football, if they're not in the SEC, they don't mean shit. Ohio State, most overrated team I've ever seen in my life. Michigan's not too far behind that either, by the way. They are better this year, granted, but that's like saying my turd didn't stink so bad this morning. Sorry, not a big Michigan fan. Roll Tide. Damn right, Nathan. LSU. Hey, you know what? Brian, they're SEC. I mean, you saw what I'll talk college football in the SEC all day. You saw what not Arkansas, but Ole Miss, man. 2 years in a row they beat us. I mean, we were winning championships and they beat us. Crazy. And they almost beat us this year. We almost let them have it again. Couldn't believe that game. So crazy. That's how it is in the SEC. It's so competitive. I mean, you bring in a team like USC or Michigan or Ohio State where, you know, they don't have any real competition in their conference. They are the competition. You bring them down to the SEC and we'll eat their lunch. That's basically how it goes. All right. Boise State. Well, you know, everybody's got to have a dream, I guess. You know, I'm not going to knock it. Hey, Alabama has their ups and downs too. You know, we had some down years when we had when I was growing up. That whole suspension thing we had, thanks to Tennessee. All right, that was really bad. Oh, let's see. So when I showed my page with keywords that were being searched, that was all from one keyword you had in ad group. Yes, Johnny. Yes, Johnny. That's in if you want more reference on that for the training, it's in module 10.6. Module 10.6. That'll help you out. Under the optimization screen, search terms. Kevin, yeah, the function for AdWords Editor for deleting low search volume is not going to happen, but there's a way that you can actually go at the bottom of the page on the here. I'll show you. How about I just show you instead of telling you? I guess I could tell you, but I'd rather just show you if that's all right. So we're in keywords. Let's pretend some of these are not so bueno, right? So we're going to scroll down to the bottom here. See this number? Show rows 500. You can sort by anywhere from 10 to 500. So if you've got thousands of keywords, you can delete pages and pages and pages of 500 at a time of low search volume just by clicking the select all box right up there and then click edit, remove, done. And then for the pages where you know, you've got some that are below first page, you don't want to delete those. Obviously, you're going to need to go through manually and do that, but it doesn't take that long. So for one campaign, you might do that for 10 minutes, basically. It sounds like a lot, but really in the scheme of things, 10 minutes ain't shit. And it's something an outsourcer can do pretty easy too. And then go into your AdWords editor and delete out the you know, after you get recent changes, you delete out the ad groups that no longer have keywords in them, and you're good. All right. Let me come back to the bloop. View, present. Oh, we got some more. Hold on. Let's see. Does Keyword Planner or any search tools show the breakdown of a keyword search between desktop and mobile? You know, Nathan, see, that's okay. here's the shitty part about that. Like, I wish that's the short answer. So the answer is no. Even though SEMrush does say mobile, and they have mobile versus desktop, it's not going to be near as accurate as it needs to be. And the reason I know that is because Google, not too long ago, announced that they were dividing their database for mobile and desktop because it's that important to them. Mobile is that important to them. So when you look at that, it's like, man, they care that much about mobile? Yeah, well, of course they do. You and I, everyone on this call understands why, because mobile is where it's happening, right? Everybody's 80% of. I was on the webinar with the rock stars the other day, and this is true too, by the way. It's a real stat. I can't cite the source, but I could go and find it if I needed to, and you could probably Google it and find it. But here's the stat: 80% of adults in the U.S. 80% of adults. Okay, that means 18 and up, even into the 60s and 70s. Because that's an adult. All right, 80% of adults have smartphones now. So if you think that a little old lady is not typing into Google about pest control in the middle of the night when she sees cockroaches after she hits the light at 2 a.m., she was getting up to go get a glass of milk and some cookies, and she sees cockroaches, right? They also carry everyone that's an adult carries their phone within 3 feet of them at all times. They check it over 50%. I think it's like well over 50%, somewhere in there, that check their phone as soon as they wake up. Like that's how messed up we are. But hey, the numbers don't lie, right? The numbers don't lie. Don't ask me how they got that number. Maybe they tap into the cameras or something and see our faces, and they can tell we've got like the bed hair still going on. I have no idea how they figure that out, but they do. Maybe it's through surveys. Matter of fact, my phone right now is sitting on one of those awesome wireless chargers, and it's literally 2 feet from me, and it keeps buzzing like crazy. So somebody got a hold of my phone number and my Facebook, and I'm getting trolled. I'm getting blown up. I'm just teasing. I am getting blown up though. I've got a lot of stuff going on this phone. All right, recommendations for AdWords blogs, forums to follow. Yeah, I like WordStream. They're pretty good. They got some good stuff on there. There's a case study I posted up that's pretty decent on call-only ads. It's an outside case study, meaning we didn't do it. And it's good to get some additional perspective on the local client side. It's a dentist campaign. I believe that's case study number 5, I believe. It's at the end there and inside 10.8, module 10.8 there. Oh, goodness. Testing my knowledge. Let me see. Got any coffee left? Yes. All right. Makes sense. Most of your search is mobile now because you're away from your desk, but your phone is always in your pocket. Yep. All right. Are there any training videos for the AdWords editor? Johnny, yes, there are. There's a couple. Call only Facebook ads in the future. Rick, actually, there are call ads already. They're called local search ads, or excuse me, local reach. Apologize, local reach. They do have a call button and everything that you can select and use. The crappy part about those ads, number one, home services is probably not going to be the best target for Facebook. I'm not saying it won't work, but you're going to have to put together a hell of a deal, usually something like a coupon or a discount to really, and have some decent targeting, of course, to get any kind of traction on calls from Facebook ads. But that's not true across other verticals. Okay, so you've got home services, but there's some offers that do very well on Facebook local reach, like lawyer offers where they're doing lawsuits and whatnot. Those tend to do really well. There's a couple others that are like product based and service but non-home service based offers that do really well on Facebook. Lots of ladies on Facebook. Anything for the ladies in terms of marketing, products, services, it's gonna tend to do better on Facebook. You know those ladies, they get on Facebook and they talk about the men's. That's what they do, right? And we let them. We let them tag us and everything in the photos and all that, right? We say, yes, dear, right? Yes, I liked the photo of us. Yes, my status is now I'm no longer single. Right? All right. Hey, I know all about you guys forget I was married. I know all about the yes, dear, just charge it, honey. Of course you look beautiful. Whatever you need. Man, I know all the right things. I know all the right things. All right. Let's see. Those pants don't make you fat. You look fat. Oh my goodness, I would never say that. Does my bum look big in this? First off, I would never say bum. You English man, you. Can't, Chris, man. Hey, by the way, Chris, it's good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while. I was wondering what happened to you. Glad to see you poking around and making stuff happen. Saw you in the support desk earlier today, I think. So good to see you again. Keep pushing forward, my man. Keep pushing forward. Any other questions? Oh, whoa. Here we go. Here's one. I missed one. If there are 2 opt-ins in the IVR, 1 new customer, 2 existing. 2 options, I'm thinking you mean. 2 options in the IVR. I'm getting lots of calls and it's registering as a conversion in AdWords. How do I prevent these calls, ad copy, etc.? And how do I know if a conversion is legit and not from Press 2? Press 1s and Press 2s will be listed inside the affiliate platform as Press 1 or Press 2. So you can know how many are pressing 1 or pressing 2 by the affiliate platform, for one thing, Peter. If I understand the rest of your question, it's kind of hard to read it. It's registering as a conversion. And how do you prevent those calls? What I would do is find better intent keywords that are more inclined for people that are wanting to press 1. And without knowing what your vertical is or anything, the best advice I can give you, Peter, is to hit me up in support, privately, of course. Use the AdWords subject line, because eventually that won't go to me, but it will for now. So send a ticket in, and I'll take a look at that and give you a more accurate answer, because you'll be able to tell me more about what I'm looking at, right? I deal with so many requests. It's hard for me to remember what everybody's into. It's funny because there's people I talk to on a daily basis, and I'm like, what offer are you running again? What's your vertical again? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. And then I shift into, it's good practice too, because I get to shift into all these different verticals in and out of all day, and help you navigate, right? So yeah, just send in a support ticket. I'll take good care of you. No worries. But option 2, to prevent, yeah, it's based on keyword intent, most likely. But I'll know more when you clarify for me in the offer. I'll take care of you. Well, is that it? Are you guys all tuckered out on me already? It's what? It's not even 4 o'clock yet. Don't wuss out on me. Don't wuss out on me. Ready to make some money. Oh man, you guys are already telling me bye. I guess I did wear you out. Awesome. I have done my job. I love it. I just want to make sure you guys have everything you need. That's the main thing to move forward. Obviously, support's still going to be here. It's not like this is the only time to ask questions, right? And you can always ask for help from other members in the group. Very helpful group. Really awesome. Rick's like, I already had 1 hour with you, dude. I got shit to do. He's like, you gave me stuff to do. That's funny. Support sent. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. Are there any training videos for the AdWords editor? Johnny, yeah. There's a couple of videos in the training for AdWords editor. I think I already answered that. What I'm asking is, there are any training vids or AdWords editor in our back office training? When you say back office training, what do you mean back office training? I don't know what you mean by back office training. The only training I know of is in Qzx920 unless, Johnny, you are a support member that I have not met yet. And if that's the case, company training does not have that. But if you're talking about Qzx920, yeah, man, that training's in there. Been there since day one. Should have access to it. Qzx920, Johnny. Yep, that's what I thought you were getting at. It's there. It's been there since day one. AdWords editor training, you're going to look at advanced tools and resources. That's 10.7. Module 10.7. Alrighty. Glad we got that cleared up. Make sure you got to the right place. That is important. AdWords editor saves you so much time. Goodness. Okay. Looks like it's time to wrap it up. I can't wait till November 14th. I'm going to be able to shed so much more light on what's coming down the pipe. Oh, by the way, I will share this little nugget with you for those of you who stayed on. I psyched some of you out. Some of you left already. That's okay. You'll catch this in the recording, hopefully, or talk about it in the group. Chris is actually putting together a client getting section, and it's completely separate from what's coming down the pipe over the next 30 days from yours truly, but it's very powerful stuff. So you're going to actually have two sets of really good stuff when it comes to the local end. Okay, not to give away too much on the surprise. There's still a lot of the surprise that you don't know yet of what's coming, but it is going to be local client based, and Chris has already got his stuff rolling out to you guys. Should be in Qzx920 already, so look for that. And over the next 30 days, of course, I'll keep you guys and gals up to date on what's coming and when it's coming on the next training call, which is November 14th, same time. It's going to be same time, which is what, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. noon Pacific. Any last questions before we put this thing down? How do I RSVP for Thailand? The link just goes to Qzx920. I think people were sending in support tickets for that. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw some where people were RSVPing for that. Is your surprise for affiliates, local, or both? It's Chris. It's for local clients, the local client people. You're more than welcome. Glad you appreciate the training. Show me you appreciate it by putting it into use. Go get you some clients. Go start up some affiliate offers. Go make some money. Go help some people. Go help some people. Money's going to follow. That much I know. That much I know. Just go help some people. All right. I'm out, people. I'm out. I will catch you November 14th. I should be in the group a little bit later. Keep in mind this weekend, I'm going to try my best to get these training updates out to you. So those should be rolling out here soon. And yeah, this training will be rendering here over the next few hours, and hopefully that'll be up tonight or tomorrow as well. So in the coaching calls area 10.9, module 10.9. All right, ladies and gents, I will catch you later. Paula, if you're still on the call, be sure to reach out to me on Facebook about your details, your deets for when you get into town, and we'll figure something out. And there was another gentleman, I'm trying to think of his name. I think it was Brett, maybe. I have to go look at my email. It got buried. But he lives here over in Brentwood, so maybe we can all get together and hang out. But it's definitely going to be a hookah lounge. I know that much. I gotta get my smoke on. So, all right. I will catch every one of you in the Facebook group. Make things happen. And if you've got questions or need review requests, you know where to go. Support@qzx920.com. I'll catch you all later.